OpenAI's GPT 5.6 has arrived, and why it changes everything. Tone, energetic, analytical, accessible, and forward-looking. Section 1. The hook. OpenAI just came swinging back with GPT 5.6. For months, the narrative online has been exactly the same. Anthropic's Claude has taken the lead. OpenAI is losing its edge. But OpenAI just fired back with a massive surprise release. Not just one model, but a family of 3. SWE, Terra, and Luna. So what's the actual difference, and has OpenAI officially reclaimed the crown? Well, SWE is the flagship powerhouse built for the absolute hardest reasoning, cybersecurity defense, and multi-step agent tasks. Terra is designed to be the balanced, everyday workhorse at a fraction of the cost, while Luna is the ultra-fast, budget-friendly option for high-volume tasks. According to OpenAI, this new lineup changes the math on AI performance per dollar. They're claiming SWE beats Claude Fable 5 on several long-running agent benchmarks while costing less to run. But as we're going to look at today, Claude still remains incredibly competitive on advanced coding. The biggest takeaway here isn't just about who is winning the corporate AI race. It's that these tools are improving every few months, and if you know how to leverage them, you have a massive advantage. Let's break down exactly what GPT 5.6 can do, what the benchmarks actually mean, and how this changes things for you. Section 2. The new 3-tier strategy. First, let's talk about why OpenAI didn't just drop one massive model. They've completely changed their naming convention into what they call durable capability tiers. Instead of just giving us a single GPT-5, they gave us 3 distinct tiers that can evolve independently over time. Let's look at the breakdown. First up is SWE, the flagship. At $5 per million input tokens and $30 per million output tokens, this is their absolute smartest model. It's built for complex research, advanced developer workflows, and what OpenAI calls ultra mode, where multiple AI sub-agents spin up to collaborate on a single hard problem. Next in line is Terra, the balanced workhorse. Priced at $2.50 input and $15 output, OpenAI claims Terra delivers performance highly competitive with older frontier models, but at exactly half the price of SWE. This is likely what will power most everyday tasks. Finally, we have Luna, the speed demon. At $1 input and $6 output, this is dirt cheap. It's designed for instant actions, quick summaries, and high-volume data processing. But there is a catch with this tier system, especially with Luna. When it comes to long context recall, like analyzing a massive multi-hundred-page document, independent data shows SWE and Terra sit at around 90% accuracy, while Luna falls off a massive cliff to around 41%. So while Luna is incredibly fast and cheap, it has a strict ceiling. You get what you pay for. Section 3. The benchmark battle, GPT 5.6 versus Claude Fable. 5. Now for the juicy part, the showdown with Anthropic. Did OpenAI actually dethrone Claude Fable 5? The short answer is, it depends entirely on what you're trying to build. Let's look at where OpenAI completely dominated. On a benchmark called Agent's Last Exam, which tests an AI's ability to handle complex, hours-long professional workflows across 55 different academic and professional fields. GPT 5.6 SWE scored a massive 53.6. It eclipsed Claude Fable 5 by over 13 points. Even OpenAI's cheaper models, Terra and Luna, managed to edge past Fable 5 on this specific multi-step agent workflow test, doing it at a fraction of the cost. But before Anthropic fans lose their minds, let's look at the flip side. When it comes to pure, complex software engineering on the SWE-Bench Pro benchmark, Claude Fable 5 still crushed the GPT 5.6 family, scoring around 80% compared to SWE's 64.6%. Interestingly, OpenAI actually published an audit right before the release claiming about 30% of that specific coding benchmark is broken, which explains some of the variance. But early developer testing confirms it. For heavy, deep conversational coding logic, Claude is still an absolute monster. The crown isn't won, it's split. Section 4. Why compute efficiency matters to you. Aside from the raw smarts, there's a massive architectural shift happening under the hood. Sam Altman noted that GPT 5.6 performs many complex coding and reasoning tasks using roughly half the compute tokens that older models required. Why does a regular user care about back-end compute efficiency? Because AI is an expensive game of math. First, it means significantly lower costs for developers building AI apps, which translates to cheaper software for everyone else. Second, it means higher usage limits. Less strain on OpenAI's servers means higher message caps for Plus, Pro, and Enterprise users. Finally, it allows for deeper reasoning. Instead of rushing out a weak response, the model can spend more thinking time working through a problem without blowing past server capacity. OpenAI is also leaning heavily into this productivity angle with their new ChatGPT work ecosystem, integrating their coding systems directly into a unified desktop workspace. They want ChatGPT to stop being a chatbot you talk to and start being an autonomous teammate that executes workflows for you. Section 5. The global context and safety delays. Now, you might be wondering why this rollout felt a bit staggered. It turns out, OpenAI actually delayed the public release of GPT 5.6 due to consultations with the US government over national security and cybersecurity guardrails. Because Saul is so profoundly good at finding software vulnerabilities and analyzing biological data, OpenAI had to implement incredibly strict real-time safety stacks. The model is highly trained to act as a defensive cybersecurity tool, helping engineers patch bugs, while actively pausing and refusing requests if it flags someone attempting to build an automated exploit. Section 6. The call to action and conclusion. At the end of the day, the biggest takeaway from the launch of GPT 5.6 isn't about OpenAI beating Anthropic, or vice versa. The takeaway is the blistering pace of progress. We are living through a time where the most powerful cognitive tools in human history are doubling in efficiency and shifting in capability every few months. The people who treat this as a spectator sport are going to wake up in a few years completely left behind. But the students, creators, and builders who choose to learn these tools right now are going to have a massive asymmetric advantage in the future job market. If your school or university doesn't already have an AI club, a prompt engineering group, or a modern technology club, don't wait for a professor or administrator to build it. Start one yourself. Bring people together, experiment with Soul, Terra, and Claude, and build something real. Because if there's one thing GPT 5.6 proves, it's that the future isn't waiting. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below letting me know if you're Team OpenAI or Team Claude, and I'll see you in the next video.